into Goyish court here. They wanted to give me a ticket for a crash I had.
Yeah.
What happened? I had a crash with a taxi driver.
Yeah.
Right.
Genuine. So.
Yeah, we had a crash.
Yeah.
And he claimed he went to hospital and he was injured. Right? The cars hit each other, but I'm enough of an expert to know that at that speed he didn't have to be taken away to an ambulance. I don't know what. Right? Okay. So he goes to hospital and the whole thing.
He says to them.
He says that he wants 6 months pay, whatever it is. And they asked me to testify. How fast were you going? Does it make sense? So am I allowed to testify? That's the question. Am I allowed to start saying, listen, the guy's talking nonsense. It never happened.
Well, one second, you're going to lose money.
I'm not losing money. This is really was against him. Now, there's no case against me. I've got insurance, whatever. I don't know what, right? They weren't after me. They were after him. They decided, this taxi driver, now he contacted me. He said, listen, I'm going to lose my taxi license. I made up this whole story that he was zooming and, I'm going to lose my license. They decided to come down on me like a ton of bricks. Yeah. And they called me to testify. So what do? Do I tell the truth and this guy's going to lose his license, lose his parnasa, right? I'll pay dechad.
But it's true.
But then, if you were speeding, doesn't that affect your insurance costs and everything else?
No, my insurance, they don't care. They were mechayiv me anyway. They said I have to pay. It was my fault. I should have hit him, right? He's coming to say the guy was doing 200 miles an hour. He hit me, and that's why I'm so injured. And now I need 6 months' pay. They said, hold on a minute. This sounds dodgy, right? This guy was going, So I didn't know what to do. I didn't know the sugi at the time. All I said was, listen, I'm driving this 15-year-old 7-seater car, and I was parked 3 meters away. Do a study, see how fast you get in that period of time. I slammed the gas. Yeah, look, I don't know. I wasn't looking at the speedometer. See how fast you can get in that period of time. If you care enough about it, do the study. Now, which is basically it was the truth, right? I didn't want to put this guy in, in the boo-boo house. But I was just like, listen, I had to get out of it somehow. They were like, I was a star witness. I had another case over here where they wanted to arrest someone, a local guy.
On what grounds?
On violent. There was some violence.
Oh, it was violence. I mean,
violence happened. Yeah. Right. And this is how unjust. This is why you can't accept the Goyish court. Yeah. There was a guy, the son of a friend of mine. At the time, he wasn't a friend of mine.
Oh, he isn't now either.
He isn't now either. That's true. I'm kidding.
I wonder why.
The son of a friend of mine was attacked by 10 guys with sticks. They came Friday night. They came to hunt him down. They came outside his house. 10 guys. Big sticks, right?
Was it genuine?
What do you mean, was it genuine?
Why were they attacking him?
Because he broke someone's phone. Whatever.
Oh, that's all? Oh,
Whatever. He pushed the guy's phone out of his hand, and then he went off, and they came after him. Okay. Now, what they claimed was, the court, what the police decided was, one of these guys was hit in the head, apparently, with a hammer. So basically, this guy, allegedly, I didn't see anything, I wasn't there. This guy allegedly came down with a hammer and took on 10 guys with sticks. Right? So they say the 10 guys with sticks, we're not pressing charges against them. That's just friendly, normal run-of-the-mill, have a good time. But he threw a hammer at someone's head, attempted murder. What did I have to do with it? Apparently, the only proof that there was a hammer was that he claimed the hammer hit my car. And the dent in the car was from a hammer. So that's the proof that there was a hammer there.
It's not a proof.
It's enough of a proof to give them some type of case. Look, here's the hammer mark. There was a hammer there. There's the hammer smashed this guy's car up, right? And so, and this guy was hit in the head. He claims with a hammer. The kid claims I hit him with my hand, right? Now the police, they're so unjust. Like these 10 guys, they would have, I don't know what they've done to him. Didn't press charges, nothing, glum. This poor kid, who's like defending himself against, I don't know what, 10 guys, they wanted to put him away for 10 years for attempted murder. Sure. Deadly weapon, a hammer. Good to know. Right? So they were interrogating me, the police, like the 3 policemen were interrogating me for like 3 hours. Was this dent on your car before? That was the whole shaila. Was the dent on your car before this incident happened? Was And the line of question was the hammer mark on your car before it happened? I said, I don't know of any hammer mark. Where's there? I don't know, like, what does it look like a hammer on a car? I don't know. I've never taken a hammer to a car, so I don't know what it looks like. You're trying to, like, show me, let's do a study. Take my car, hit it with a hammer. I'll tell you what, you know. Do you know what it looks like when a hammer hits a car? I don't know. I've no idea.
Anything hits the car, you don't know.
Right, I've no idea what it's going to look like. You're asking me. So it turns out they claim that there's a little circle in the car. This is how stupid the police are. They claim they had a picture of my car because my car already wasn't there. Picture of the car with like a circle on it. They said, here's a hammer mark. Turns out it was like a piece of bird's mark, like a little round, you know. Anyway, so that's the question. Are you allowed to testify in these cases? They're ready to throw a guy behind bars for 10 years.
Questioning by police is not the same as questioning in a court.
Well, it's going to go to court. They're going to have me as a witness. They have my comments are being recorded for testimony. You know,
his question
I'm being interviewed by police. It's being recorded by 3 policemen.
So essentially, it's the same.
They interrogated me for 3 hours. Yeah, so this is my testimony.
and you have
interrogate you for 3 hours. It's absurd.
3 hours.
and you have to go. You have to.
They told me, "Are you a lawyer? What's going on here? Have you been paid?"
You're not in Israel long enough. In Israel, one policeman writes, another one reads. They can't do both at the same time.
Because what they're both
Okay, take a look at the shach. Sorry about this delay. Right, I'm just giving you examples. Look, I'm the shach. Shach letter yud. She'em mitzimon al piyedechad yochayin lahayid. Varosh pasak. The Rosh pasak. The filo adu choshev the mitzimon al piv levad. Keven adu choshevu. He's the kosher leishtam, and it's hard for him to weasel out of it. Mutter loy lahayid. Ad kan loshen sma. This is a mistake in the Rosh. He's not allowed to testify. What should he do? Pay yourself.
You're saying the Rush made a mistake, or there was a typo?
No, he's saying that the Torah is making a mistake in the Rosh.
It's not a printing mistake. I mean, no.
It's a Torah cipher. It's a printing mistake. Sometimes
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, it's not a printing cipher, printing mistake. It should say he shouldn't testify. He's not allowed to testify. He's going to be a mafsid moment. Since Adu Chashav is going to be a mafsid moment, he can't testify. So what should he do?
Pay up.
Pay up yourself. Pay yourself. Yeah. If he does testify, we don't put this on Chashav Cherim. Massive chiddush, right?
Oh, so this relates to the case of the Talmud Chacham.
We're going to get to Talmud Chacham soon. Says the take a look at Pischei Tshuva. First line of Pischei Tshuva.
All these cases, all we know is a fact. It happens. There's no arguing.
Of course, there's argument. We don't know anything. We know based on one witness. We don't know.
No, but I know it happened.
You're the one witness. You say you know it happened.
No, I'm saying, and it happened. And
There's a reason. There's 2 reasons why we don't accept one aid in based in. There's 2 reasons. One reason is because there's a chash. He's lying.
or he's mistaken.
Or he's mistaken. One person can make a mistake. 2 people made the same mistake. Very unlikely. So even if you're sure you know what happened, maybe you're making a mistake, Habibi. You've never made a mistake. I know myself, I make mistakes all the time.
Nice with the girl. 2 witnesses gave Adas. And you wouldn't accept Adas because it's word perfect. It's impossible to be word perfect. It was checking.
Yud Gimel. Take a look at Pischei Tshuva Yud Gimel. I'm Behedav Shekosov. This is fascinating stuff now. Okay, strap in. Varash pasuk afilu adu chashuv. V'yash shleim kasod dar seifahu. Right? That's what we saw in the Heilige Shach. Right? I'm b'tshuvas chasov seifa. Simen chav gimel she'ach b'zeh. B'seif kasov. Nearly. Dakacha lo yibaylam b'gemara ela b'adu chashuv shu rak chashuv lasorim. Says the chasov seifa. What does it mean adu chashuv? It means someone's chashuv to the king, you know, is a royalty, a macha, is a lord. V'lehem u'mehem u'kabei trei. So the chashuv seifa is explaining the whole sugya now. He's saying, what does it mean? He's a royalty, he's a lord, he's a governor, he's an epis. So they believe in kabei trei. They believe this guy. Aval im gam ledidan meforsim letzadik u'mehem kabei trei. But if in court, in Beis Din, we believe he's a chashuv guy. He's a tzaddik. He's a big rav. Even though we wouldn't accept his edus to take money from someone, Kol mokoim have a morana shtana apome. V'loy garo b'basra b'chia. So, even though we wouldn't take money from him, but if he says the shtar is possible, right, it's going to create a big, if Rav Yasha comes in and says the shtar is no good, yeah, he's going to pass the shtar basically, right? Even though we won't take money, he can't come in and say, I saw him lend money, now pay up. It's not like two witnesses, it's not like Alva Be'edim. But it's enough to take away another raya. Okay, so what? Deloy garam basabchia v'ayim besma simen tesvav sifkot and tesvav b'shach sham imkein. Therefore, kshabeis in shemim shatzadik makrish ish amoni. When based in hears that there's a machlekes in some balabos, some regular guy, and the god lador, v'yein the bevadish emesitai, and basically knows for sure who's right. This tzaddik kodesh who doesn't care about mammon, he's like a tahar. Hari ein mafsidai. They're not going to make him lose. Now you've also got a shail of Chil Hashem. If the guy doesn't testify, since this Adam Gadol is Adam Choshev and there's a Chil Hashem, if he doesn't, he should for sure testify. I think what he means is don't argue with the svara, right? And if the witness has to swear, then swear and tell the truth. Okay? He's saying, listen to me, if the Goyish court makes you take a shvua, you take affirmation, he says you're even allowed to do that. What are you going to do? Court that's going to say, slap him with penalties and fines and delay fees, and they're going to make him pay much more than he's chayiv to pay, right? That's why one of the reasons why you can't testify is there's a poshet shesarchei l'shalem v'beisai l'chashek nekdai. So you know who has to pay? The witness has to go ahead and pay whatever is mazikim yosem ha'aroi. The witness now has to cover up. Let's say the court system says he's being teveya, what's it called? He's being teveya $100 for the loan. The basin says, the court says you've got to pay also interest and penalties and fines and legal fees. So your $100 bill came to $10,000 in the end. That's what happens. They summoned me, they gave me a ticket for, what's it called, for my phone line. I owed them like 27 shekels. And they sent me a letter from a lawyer, because I was a month late, my credit card bounced. Now please pay 1,200 shekels for the legal fees to get your money. And plus the 27 shekel for your bill, it comes to like 1,045 shekel, right? So if you testify, you say, listen, it's true, the guy owes the money. Now he's got to pay 1,000 shekel legal fees. Okay.
So you've been Adam Choshev, you pay it.
He has to pay.
You're being Adam Choshev, you have to pay it.
Yeah, by the way, that was Hot Mobile. I'm happy to be mafazin. They're a bunch of Ganonim, don't go anywhere near them.
Wait, don't go near who?
Huh?
Which guys?
Hot.
Huh?
Crooks, yeah. He's saving himself with his friend's money. Shemutar. He's saving himself with his friend's money. I'm testifying. I'm saving myself. I don't get in trouble. I don't get in trouble with the court system, so I testify. But then he's going to lose out. They're going to penalty him, make him pay legal fees and all sorts of crazy things, fines and bills. So I've said this. He's got to pay. I've got to pay whatever this guy had to lose.
So what do you do in the end?
There's a klal in Israel. Yeah. Don't waste your time. Pay up.
Are you serious? 1,000 shekels?
Something like that. Yeah, it was. I don't know if it was 1,000 shekels, but it was definitely. It was a few hundred shekels, whatever it was. Maybe I'm exaggerating. It was definitely a few hundred shekels.
There's no consumer protection in Israel. Basically.
Yeah, and if you sue them, the most you're going to get is if in America, let's say you sue a guy for wasting your time, and so they'll give you like $1 million for aggravation. Here, the most you'll get is you get your 300 shekels back, and the judge, they're very pro the company here. They're not pro the consumer. They're not going to give you any Rahmanis money. They'll be like, okay, you're right. We wasted your time. We sent you a bill. we should have sent you an email or a text instead of a legal letter. So most of the guys, after spending 10 years in court, you might get your 300 shekel back. But even that, I doubt it. The judge will probably be like, why'd you waste our time for 300 shekels? You have no rachmanis on you.
That's his well. You're going to be late.
Keep going. Ach, if chas v'shalom ikel mechash letu mechamer al yedei eidus.
What does that mean? I don't understand.
Tu is a type of cow. It's like it's a bar. It's like some type of cow, right? It's a tu. Mechamer means it's going to be locked up forever. It's going to be like you're going to entrap this cow. If it's going to be like a trapped cow, al yedei eidus. In other words, if you go testify and now this guy, you're going to get this guy in a real pickle, right? Like this guy with a taxi driver, for example. That's it. It's not just the fact that, okay, the crash happened, whatever it was. Now they're going to take away his license. They're going to lock him up. They're going to ruin the guy's life because whatever it is. The whole tzibah has to come together and try and save this guy. You have to put yourself in the Reish Tigra.
Which is?
The lion's mouth. You shouldn't get into the situation. So, in a nutshell, he says there's a chiluk between someone who's choshev just to the goyim and someone who's choshev also to the yidden. That's the first chiluk. But Be'etzem, he should go and testify. If he's Be'etzem choshev, he should go testify. It's chilul Hashem, other issues. You got to testify, and what? You pay up yourself. Too bad. If they charge him too much, you got to pay up. You got to testify and pay to cover his damages.
Now we get to the next one. That's good.
Okay. All right. Let's take a look at Shulchan Aruch. Siman Hey. We've all got it. Talmid Chacham Shedei Eidus LiYisrael. You got a Talmid Chacham, right? And he knows testimony. And they summoned him to testify in front of a small beis din. Imu Eidus Momen, if it's financial, he's not mechuyev to go ahead and testify.
He's one guy or two?
One.
If he's schizophrenic, he's two guys.
No. The question is if it's.
No, it's not Eidus.
Talmid Chacham.
Is it Talmid Chacham?
One.
Ella says the Ramah, they sent to him and he testifies. Doesn't say what they sent to him, but he says they sent to him. Rabbeinu Yerucham. Aval says the Mechaber Meish Boy Tzad Afushi Misura Chayv Leilech Elohayid. If he's going to stop this guy from being over Surim, if he's going to stop some mitzvah happening, he's not mechalik between this and the Raisa, the Rabbanon, what type of Issa, any Issa. You're going to stop some type of Issa. This Talmid Chacham is mechuyev to go and testify. Okay, next thing. Anyone in court who has raya with Eidim, you've got to work hard, you've got to deal with the Eidim to bring them to beis din. You've got to pay the bus fee.
This is again with one aid, this whole thing.
No, Eidim, two Eidim now he's talking about. Now he's saying if you've got two witnesses who are in Tel Aviv, you've got to pay for the bus ride, bring them here, you've got to drive yourself crazy to bring them here, to beis din. Beis din shabal din alim. If beis din knows that the guy you're in court with is strong, he's a tough guy. The Toina Tavea, now the Tavea claims Sheidim Mefachtim and Baldinoi, the witnesses are scared. Fachtim and Baldin Levoy Lohayid. So let's carry on in the Beis Yosef. Hari based in Kaifin is Baldinoi.
In the base.
So based in forced the Alim, they forced the tough guy, Shiovi Hua Eidim. Based in forces the Alim, he will bring the Eidim. And this is how we treat the Alim. Okay? Says the Ramah, let's go back. There's three words there. So the Ramah throws in three important words. It's not enough that I say I'm going to court with Al Capone. It's not enough I say the witnesses are scared to come. I've got to prove it. I've got to prove the witnesses are scared to come. the Fida Beis Yosef L'chaira, you don't have to prove anything. Once I'm going to court with Al Capone, Basin says to Al Capone, you bring the witnesses.
That what?
You bring the witnesses.
When you said the
Testify.
Beis Yosef, you mean over there, right? Not here.
No, over here. I meant here. Mechaber.
Mechaber's the Beis Yosef?
Yeah. V'myade baldin. So let's read this again. V'myade baldin shebaldinoi alim. V'toin ataveh sha'idim fachtim baldin. As soon as he claims, says the Mechaber, v'toin ataveh, if I claim that the witnesses are scared because of Al Capone, so then Basin force Al Capone to bring the guy, right? Says the Ramah, it's only if yesh a chachal dvarav. It's only if we can prove that they're scared. Okay? Take a look in the Sma, letter Hey. Fourth line from the top. Elam Shochan Olav, Pirush, Shochan Olav Gimel. Who did they send to this guy? Who do you send? We're talking about back to the Talmud Chacham case, right? You can't drag the Talmud Chacham to court. We send him people to testify. How many? Pirush Shochan Olav Gimel Anoshim. You have to send him 3 people. They have a based in. Or based in, mostly based in. Based in can't send him 2 people. Why? If you send 2 witnesses to hear what this Talmud Chacham has to say, that's called Eid. And Eid is possible. But, so how do you get out of it? What do you send to Talmud Chacham? Eid is possible. 3. 3 is no longer Eidus. 3 is a based in. Now, the Talmud Chacham now, Kilo, is in front of based in testifying. And now this basin can tell another basin. Im Leib Makayim, huh?
Interesting.
Yeah. Im Leib Makayim יש תקנה שציבה תקנה בהם ששוכן ששליחים יקבלו עדס דאזרחים בס התקנה. If it's a takana, somehow the neighbor has a takana, then you go with the takana.
What does that mean?
If there's a takana here that we accept Aid aid, in this town we accept Aid, then that's good, that's fine.
Can you make such a takana?
It looks like you can, yeah.
I never heard of such a thing.
Right.
This is mom. It's only mom. It's only money.
Only money.
No, money as opposed to Issa. You're late.
Okay, only money. Such a sad thing. Says the. Okay. We have time yet. We'll just start this Pesach Tshuva. Take a Pesach Tshuva. Hey, yeah, I have to go in 2 minutes. Okay, basic Kotamin. I am B'Tshuva Sarav Moshe Rottenberg. Choshev Mishpusim and Beishin Stapik. Im Echad Medayonim Godel B'Menu V'Ashar P'chus B'Menu.
Where were we now?
Pesach Tshuva letter Hey. First column, about halfway down.
Got it.
So what do you do? Rav Elash is a huge dayan, and he goes to another basin which is smaller than him. But one of the dayanim is big. Is that called he doesn't have to testify? One of the dayanim is huge.
This is cool. All right.
One of them is a big dayan. The other 2 are like stub guys, right? Which is actually very common. They have like the one big guy, is like the basin of whoever it is, and the other 2 guys no one ever heard of. There's 2 guys are just
Filling in
Agree
the
with
space.
yeah, the rubber stamps, right?
Yeah.
Does he have to go and testify? There's a whole arichas. Is that a bizayin for the Talmud Chacham to go to these? Is that called a bizayin or not? Good kasha. If one of them is bigger than him, or if he's the same as him, after Shnaim and Isham Kutanim Menu, the other 2 are small. He's chayiv to go and testify. What about a case where the basin we don't know the basin, but the Baldover is Godel. The Shittas Rambam, the Posuk of Yosef, the Sanhedrin, Daf, Yudches, Muchayiv leilech lahayid. Medivrei Hashas mashma decholkim al zeh. So what's the din? Does he have to testify if the Baldin is Godel Memenu?
Come back in 2 weeks.
Mechuyev leilech lahayid. L'chayr he has to testify.
So.
It's a machlekes, I guess,
Yes.
that's fine.
So my question on this would be, is it a basin with one heavy level and two schleppers?
Yeah.
Is it really a basin?
Yeah. So I'm not
No,
gonna base
no,
that.
no.
No,